Please, please, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you show that much enthusiasm on election day. As you all know, Coroaopolis is hitting hard times, and Mayor Cobblepot is doing nothing. Children are starving, and Cobblepot is sitting in his penthouse, getting richer, while the poor get poorer. I promise that if you elect me, Michael Keaton, I will help stabilize the city's economy so that all of Coroaopolis' citizens will benefit, not just the privileged few.
Let's hear it from Michael Keaton, everybody. You know, you were great up there, Michael Keaton.
Thanks, Minnie Billy D. Williams. I couldn't have done it without you. It's great to have the city district attorney backing you.
I like to think that's true, but it's all you, Michael Keaton. People have loved you ever since you helped put the Joker away. Now you have the chance to put away that slimeball Cobblepot and make a difference in this city.
Thanks, Billy D. That means a lot to me. Let's just hope on election day the majority of the city feels the same as you.
I'm sure they will, old friend. I'm sure they will. Sir?
Yes, what is it, Daniels?
Sir, I just received news that Michael Keaton is beating you in the polls by a very large margin.
The man saves the city, and the people worship him like a god. Daniels, desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yes, sir, Mr. Cobblepot. What's wrong, Michael Keaton?
Oh, Billy D. I don't know. I'm doing so well in my campaign, but even still, I don't know, I just feel empty inside.
Well, Michael Keaton, you're going off on a tangent of your original plan. And maybe because of that, you still have a void that needs to be filled.
I don't know, Billy D. I just don't know. I will devote my life in some way or another to rid the world of the crime that took your lives. I swear I will clean the streets of Coroapolis. Earlier this evening, a man was found stabbed to death in Coroapolis Park. Not only was the man stabbed to death, but he had a large smile carved into his face. This is the third one. Same thing as all the others. Stabbed to death. And a permanent smile carved into his face.
Any idea who's behind it?
Same as before, Val Kilmer. This guy's left us not one clue. The Joker.
So, what can I do for you, Cobbles?
Mr. Joker, I believe you have a favor to repay me.
Well, that depends.
Listen, Joker. If it wasn't for me, you'd be rotting in Arkham. And I can still put you there just as easily.
Settle down, old pal. I'll do your favor for you. Besides, what are friends for?
Good, good. I need you to kill someone for me.
Oh? And who would that be?
Michael Keaton.
Being a little insecure, aren't we? Afraid you can't win an election the old-fashioned way? Afraid Mikey Keaton is gonna beat you in the polls?
He's an idealist. Thinks he can clean up this city. The naivety. Corruption is how politics works. Keaton needs to learn the lesson the hard way.
Well, murder is going a little bit overboard, isn't it?
I just thought that was more your style.
Oh, it is. But there may be a little bit too much publicity surrounding someone like Mikey Keaton.
Well, Arkham is refurbishing its West Wing.
Oh, I'll do you a favor. Leave it to me. I'll take care of Mikey Keaton. Don't you worry.
Find anything?
No, nothing. Whoever this guy is, he's left us nothing to ID him with. What about you, Val?
Still no leads. The only clue this guy leaves us is a Joker card from a deck of playing cards.
Besides that card, and the smiles carved into the victims' faces, there's nothing connecting these killings. This Joker has no method or order whatsoever. Unless he fouls up somehow, I'm not sure we'll ever be able to catch him. Michael Keaton.
Hi, this is Josh Daniels at Mayor Cowpot's office. I have some information for you that you will find extremely valuable.
Why would you want to tell me this information?
Let's just say that me and Cowpot had a little bit of a falling out, and that you, Mikey, are at the heart of it.
Your voice sounds very familiar. Have we met before?
Oh, we most definitely have. Meet me at midnight on top of the downtown parking complex.
Midnight?
It's a trap, Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton pushed that guy off the building! Mini Billy D! It's me, Michael Keaton.
Do you know what time it is, Michael Keaton?
Somebody's framed me, Mini Billy D.
What?
I went to meet with Cowpot's assistant on a building, and he was rigged to fall in the street. The cops are going to be all over me. I blew it, Mini Billy D.
Don't worry about it, Mike. I'll do everything I can.
Mini Billy D, you know that as long as Cobblepot's in office, you're powerless.
Alright. Just stay put.
Alright, I'm hiding at the old office.
Good. I'll get in touch with you as soon as I can.
Okay.
What are you doing here, Michael Keaton?
I'm in big trouble, Val. I've been framed.
So you're leading the cops here.
No, it's just that this is the only place I know that I'll be safe. Listen, Val, I know we've had our differences and that you probably haven't fully forgiven me, but you know as well as I do that Cobblepot needs to be taken down.
Fine, Mike. You can stay here. Just don't make too much noise.
Thanks, Val. Ah, there you are. Have you had a chance to inspect the property and decide if it's what you're looking for?
Well, it's garish, ugly, and derelicts have used it for a toilet. The scaffoldings are dilapidated to the point of being lethal and could easily maim or kill innocent little children.
Oh, so you don't like it?
Don't like it? I'm crazy for it.
You really want to buy it? And the price I mentioned, it isn't too steep?
Too steep? My dear sir, as I look at it, I'm making a killing. And anyway, money isn't really a problem. Not these days.
Hey, come on. Quit daydreaming. Are we doing this thing or ain't we?
Yes. Yes, of course. Sorry, I was just remembering how I used to walk along here on the way to work each morning.
Yeah. Now put this sucker on, man, and shut up.
Okay, we go through here, past the filter tanks, and then Monarch playing cards are just beyond a partition.
Hey, you! Freeze! You asshole. You said there was no security.
They must have altered things since I left.
Altered things? I'm gonna alter your face. Ah! Oh! It's all your fault.
No, what's happening? Why
Freeze,
is
Red
happening?
Hood.
No. I'm itching. My face. My hands. Something in the water. Oh, Jesus, it burns. Get this stupid hood off. Get it off so I can see.
Dear people of Coroapolis, I am glad to be serving you once again as mayor of this great city. Now you can see that an idealist like Michael Keaton actually is the lowest form of scum. My first mission of my new term will be to do everything in my power to stop Michael Keaton.
I failed you, Father. I promised to rid Coroapolis of crime, and just when I was in the process, I gave up, and look where it's taken me. I've got to do something about this. Thanks for coming, Mini Billy D.
It's okay, Mike. How you holding up?
Not good. I feel like I'm failing, Mini Billy D. I promised at the grave of my parents that I'd rid Coroapolis of crime, and now I'm on the run from the law. I cannot sit back while Coroaopolis slides back into the hands of Cobblepot. And there's the Joker. What can I do, Mini Billy D? What can I do?
Maybe it's time for you to become what you are meant to be.
And what am I meant to be?
You must become the Michael Keaton.
Alright. Well, it's jewelry. Now.
And no hero stuff.
Wow! Oh!
Keep your bloody hands off him!
Easy pickings.
No cop interference helps too.
Times couldn't be better.
What was that?
Settle down. It's probably the wind.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Who's there? Listen, if you don't tell us what you're doing here, we're going to blast you to pieces. Alright, you asked for it, bub. Problem solved. What are you?
I'm the Michael Keaton. Tell your friends about me.
Where'd you go tonight, Mike? You know, I'm endangering myself by letting you stay here. And if you keep going out at night, there's a good chance they'll track you here and then we'll both be arrested.
Val, over the past 3 years I've done a lot of running. Ever since our last case I found myself running away from my past, trying to take the easy way out. I've learned that there's no easy way out. There's no shortcut home. I swore on the grave of my parents that I would rid Coroaopolis of crime. I knew that I couldn't do that the conventional way, so I took things into my own hands. And when things got too tough, I chickened out. I should have known that in a city so corrupt, they wouldn't let me play by the rules. I've got to make a difference, Val. I just got to. I have to be more than a man, and Val, we need to work together. Only together can we overcome the horrors that we face together.
You're right, Mike. Now what exactly do you have in mind?
I'm pretty sure that the Joker's behind all this, but I have a feeling he's not working alone.
That's not really his style.
Exactly. That's why I'm sure he'll foul up, if only in the least bit.
You know, the only reason why we found him last time is because he wanted us to.
Which is exactly why we need to find out who his accomplice is. We find them, and we'll be able to find the Joker.
What's the first phase of action?
Scour the streets, my friend. Scour the streets.
Sounds like a plan.
You take the stairs, I'll take the window.
Have you seen this guy?
I haven't seen him. Have you seen this guy?
No, man, I haven't seen nothing.
All our searching has gotten us nowhere. The only thing we have is that these events only came into motion after the Joker reappeared.
Maybe we should try to find out how he escaped, and where he escaped from. Cobblepot managed to keep his place of incarceration quite a secret.
I never did understand Cobblepot's reasoning behind that.
I can tell you, Michael, that even as district attorney of this city, even I don't understand politicians' reasonings. Look on the bright side. At least you and Val Kilmer are working together as a team.
Yeah, but I still don't think he trusts me. I can't blame him after what happened with the Joker.
You know, you never did tell me what it was exactly that happened that night you faced the Joker.
The card said to meet him here.
Well, where the hell is he then?
Don't worry, Val, darling. I'm right here.
Where are you?
Well, if I told you that, then it wouldn't be any fun now, would it?
What do you want from us? What do you want from this city?
Well, I can't reveal that to you just yet, but right now I have a little something of Val's inside, and she's nearly bursting with excitement to see him.
Nicole? What have you done with Nicole?
We'll just say she's all tied up at the moment.
Why are you doing this?
Because I've learned that this world is just one big, sick joke. If you try to save her, you all three be blown to pieces.
Stay away, Val!
No! No! Business is going slow nowadays, Cobblepot.
Well, that must be your fault then, because I haven't changed a bit.
Listen, you penguin. My men are running scared. Now I'm sure you've heard the stories of the Michael Keaton.
Sal, you know better than that. Michael Keaton is just an urban myth, probably set up by District Attorney Williams to scare criminals.
I believe you, Ozzy, but I've seen him myself. The man's about 7 feet tall, and he swooped out of nowhere and tied up all my men before he told me to take my business out of Coroapolis. Now, if you want to stay in your cushy office instead of floating in the river, I suggest you do me a favor and eliminate the Michael Keaton.
Don't worry, Sal. I'll take care of the situation. Mr. Joker, glad to see you could make it.
Oh, Cobbles, you know I can never turn down a date with you.
Listen, Joker, enough games. We have a problem.
No! You have a problem! I'm rather carefree at the moment.
Listen, Joker. If Michael Keaton and District Attorney Minnie Billy D. Williams had their way, you'd be rotting in Harkham. I sent you off to your own private correctional facility, and I can send you back to Arkham just as easily. So you owe me, and I tell you what to do.
Fine, Cobblepot. What's our problem?
I'm sure you heard about him already, but there's someone out on the streets hurting our drug shipments and crime in general.
Ooh, you're talking about the Michael Keaton.
Yes, I am.
And what do you want me to do about it, Cobbles?
I want you to eliminate him.
Fine, no sweat, Cobblepot.
And don't forget, you still have to finish the job on Michael Keaton. Putting him on the lam isn't good enough.
Fine, I'll do whatever you ask, Mayor Cobblepot. You stupid, stupid penguin.
Hello? Yes, this is Val Kilmer. Are you sure this information is correct? Alright, thank you. We got our lead.
Who is it?
Cobblepot.
Cobblepot.
Mayor Cobblepot, we have a few questions we'd like to ask you.
He's dead.
We got a Christian Bale out of here.
Alright. After last night's events, all my suspicions have been confirmed. What I gather is that Cobblepot had for whatever reason put his trust in the Joker, and had hired him to kill me. Cobblepot thought he could control the Joker, and ended up caught in the Joker's game.
There's no doubt that this is the Joker now. What's our plan of action? Remember, the police are still out for you, Michael Keaton.
We're really back to square one now with Cobblepot dead. Any ideas, Val?
I want nothing to do with the Joker.
I just don't know what I should do. He's killed so many people for almost no reason. I feel lost, like a star with no sky to shine in.
Maybe you just have to find the sky you're meant to shine in.
But how do I do that?
You have to look deep inside yourself, Michael Keaton. You have the potential to become the brightest star in the sky. You have the potential to become an unstoppable force. Become the force, Michael Keaton. Become the unstoppable force.
I'm afraid, Minnie Billy D. Williams. I'm afraid.
Be afraid. It will give you something to fuel the force within you. Use the fear to become something amazing.
When the two of you were killed, I made a promise. To the city of Coroapolis, to me, and most of all, to you. I feel like I have let all of us down. I feel like something is missing. I thought talking to you might clear up my head a bit. A new headquarters! A new headquarters! No one will find me down here. I'll call it the Michael Keaton Cave. You will live here now.
What's this?
This is what I've been missing. This is the Michael Keaton battlesuit.
What the hell are you wearing?
My new battlesuit. Listen, Val Kilmer. I know you have your doubts, but we need to work together if we're ever going to stop this Joker.
I pledge to never get involved with him again.
The only way we'll ever get him off the streets is if we work together. Don't you remember how it was? We were unstoppable.
I can't go back. My wife is back there, and those memories that the Joker provokes in my mind. He makes me weak.
But together we can be strong. You owe it to your wife to put him behind bars, and I need you in order to put him away. The only thing stopping you is you.
You're right! I'll do it for her! Where could he be hiding?
I think I know where he is.
This place brings back bad memories.
Just remember the task at hand. It ends here. Show yourself, Joker.
Mike, it's a trap!
I have a secret your pal doesn't know about. His wife had a little baby in her belly. Not a little Val Kilmer, but a little Michael Keaton.
What have I become? I'm done with this life. I'm doing more wrong than right, which is what I never wanted to become. I'll find another way to make it up to my parents. This life was not for me.
Since Coroapolis gone, me and Val have been able to clear your name. So Keaton Manor is yours once more.
Thanks, Mini Billy D. If I don't come to some conclusion between the Joker and I, this will never end. We will end up killing each other. I don't want to die, and even more, I don't want to be a killer. I need to go talk to him and set things straight. Otherwise, we're locked on a suicide course. What happened here?
The Joker has escaped! So have you seen Leaves? I say it's their best work. Nah, I can't say I have.
Ah!
No! What's happening to me?
What any sane man would do after a traumatic event. You're going crazy.
No!
Soon all of Coroapolis will know how it feels. They'll all have a bad day, and they'll all go insane. Just like me.
Val! Val, what happened?
The Joker. He took Millie Billy D.
Where did he take him?
I don't know, Mike. But you didn't see his eyes. His eyes. He's gone overboard this time, Mike. I feel the whole city's in danger.
Just hold on, Val. Just hold on.
We got to all the Multiplicity Avenue. Violent frenzies. Crazy laughter.
Shit, man. Don't tell me the Joker's involved.
It looks like he is.
Any news of a source?
Some kind of digested chemical.
The chemical factory.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've read about it in all the papers. Now shudder as you observe before your very eyes that most rare and tragic of nature's mistakes. I give you the average man. Physically unremarkable, it has instead a deformed set of values. Notice the hideously bloated sense of humanity's importance, the club-footed social conscience, and the withered optimism. It's certainly not for the squeamish, is it? Most repulsive of all is its frail and useless notions of order and sanity. If too much weight is placed upon them, they snap. How does it live, I hear you ask? How does this poor but pathetic specimen survive in today's harsh and irrational world? The sad answer is not very well. Faced with the inexcusable fact that human existence is mad, random, and pointless, 1 in 8 of them crack up and go slamming buggo. Who can blame them? In a world as psychotic as this, any other response would be crazy. Right on time, as always.
Mini Billy D, are you okay?
He shot Val. Showed me photographs. Tried to drive me mad. You need to stop him. He's gone too far this time. He's going to poison all Coroapolis and make them just like him.
Listen, the police are following right behind me. I'll stay here until they arrive.
No, I'm okay. You have to go after him. I want him brought in. I want him brought in by the book.
I'll do my best.
By the book, you hear? We have to show him. We have to show him that our way works.
So I see you solved the puzzle. I'm glad. I did so want you to be here. You see, it doesn't matter if you catch me and send me to Harkham now. Williams has been driven mad. I proved my point. I've demonstrated that there's no difference between me and everyone else. All it takes is one bad day to reduce the sanest man alive to lunacy. That's how far the world is from where I am. Just one bad day. You had a bad day once, am I right? I know. I could tell. You had a bad day and everything changed. Why else would you drive like a flying rat? You had a bad day and it drove you as crazy as everybody else. Only you won't admit it. You have to keep pretending that life makes sense. There's some point to all this struggling. God, you make me want to puke. I mean, what is it with you? What made you what you are? Girlfriend killed by the mob, maybe? Brother carved up by some mugger? Something like that, I bet. Yeah, something like that. Something like that happened to me, you know. I'm not exactly sure what it was. Sometimes I remember it one way, sometimes another. If I'm going to have a past, I prefer it to be multiple choice. But my point is I went crazy. When I saw what a black, awful joke the world was, I went crazy as a coot. I admit it. Why can't you? It's all a joke. Everything anybody ever valued or struggled for. It's all a monstrous, demented gag. That's why I'm doing this. To prove to the entire world that it only takes one bad day. Just one bad day to go insane. So why can't you see the funny side? Why aren't you laughing?
'Cause I've heard it all before. And it wasn't funny the first time. Incidentally, I spoke to District Attorney Mini Billy D. Williams before I came here. He's fine. Despite all your sick, vicious little games, he's as sane as he ever was. So maybe ordinary people don't always crack. Maybe there isn't any need to crawl under a rock with all the other slimy things when trouble hits. Maybe it was just you all along!
No!
Well, what are you waiting for? I shot a defenseless man, terrorized the district attorney, tried to poison all of Coroapolis. Why don't you kick the hell out of me and get a standing ovation from the public gallery?
'Cause I'm doing this one by the book. And because I don't want to. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want either of us to end up killing the other. But we're both running out of alternatives, and we both know it. Maybe it all hinges on tonight. Maybe this is our last chance to sort out this bloody mess. If you don't take it, then we're locked onto a suicide course. Both of us to the death. It doesn't have to end like that. I don't know what it was that bent your life out of shape, but who knows? Maybe I've been there too. Maybe I could help. We could work together. I could rehabilitate you. You needn't be out there on the edge anymore. You needn't be alone. We don't have to kill each other. What do you say?
No, I'm sorry, bud. No, it's far too late for that.
You know, it's kind of funny. This kind of reminds me of a joke. See, there was these two lunatics in an insane asylum. And one night, they decide they don't like living in the asylum anymore. They decide they're going to escape. So they get up onto this roof, and there, just across this narrow gap, they see the rooftop of the town, stretching away in the moonlight. Stretching away to freedom. Now the first guy, he jumps right across with no problem. But his friend daren't make the leap, you see? He's afraid of falling. So then the first guy has an idea. He says, "Hey, I have my flashlight with me. I'll shine it across the gap between the buildings.
You can walk along the beam and join me. But the second guy, he just shakes his head. He says, what do you think I am? Crazy? You turned off when I was halfway across. Oh, please excuse me. Oh, yeah.
Wait! Got to turn off the switch. The chemicals are still being dumped into the water supply. Thanks to the mysterious hero, the Michael Keaton, the city of Coroapolis is saved. Though the Joker is still missing, his plot to poison all of Coroapolis and drive the entire city insane has been foiled by the Michael Keaton. This reporter would like to say thank you.
His wife and now him, both lost to the same lunatic.
I think he was ready to go. The Joker had taken away everything he had. Beyond you and I, Mini Billy D, he had no one. I feel like I've really made a difference in this world. Like I'm on my way to carrying out the oath to my parents. In becoming the Michael Keaton, I've opened doors in my life that may have otherwise never been opened.
I'm the Michael Keaton.
What's that?
A little signal in the sky, so you always know when Coroapolis needs you.
So why does Coroapolis need me right now?
There was a woman found brutally murdered about an hour ago, and this is definitely no street criminal we're dealing with. 15 minutes ago, there was another body found killed in the exact same manner. I think this is a job for the Michael Keaton, and I don't know if it's connected or not, but Val Kilmer's grave was robbed, his body is missing, and they defaced his grave. This sick bastard scratched out his last name and carved Kilmore instead of Kilmer.
I'll look into it.
You know, because of you, Coroapolis is a much safer and better place. And well, I never thanked you.
And you'll never have to.